Well, as you can see, winter has arrived, and it's cold and windy and stupid outside, and with that comes a bunch of snow on your vehicle if you leave it out there. So we've got to get that stuff off because you don't want to be one of those jerks that just leaves a big iceberg on there that ends up flying off on the highway and going through somebody's windshield and killing them. You can't do that. But this video is going to be for those of us weirdos that care way too much about having our paint swirl free and crystal clear all the time. And so in order to keep our vehicles looking that way, we've got to be super careful with how we get the snow off them in the wintertime. Now, of course, the best way possible would be to just pull it inside somewhere warm and let it melt off, but that's obviously not a possibility for most people unless they've got a heated garage or you're going to be in a parking garage sometime soon. So we've got to figure out how to get this stuff off without damaging our paint. Now this is just my regular snow brush here. It's stiff bristled, it's got a little squeegee on the other side, but you do not want this brush to touch your paint, ever. I don't care what kind of unicorn tears your tool of choice is made out of, whether it's microfiber or foam or any of that stuff, you don't want to rub it on your paint. You can also do what I did here and wrap the bristles of your brush with a microfiber towel, just with elastic bands on there. As you can see, I've got my trusty Works leaf blower here that you've seen me use to dry off vehicles in the past. And that's what I'm going to use to blow the snow off. Now this isn't ideal. This snow is actually pretty hard packed on here. It was light and powdery, which is what the leaf blower works best with first thing in the morning. But I didn't want to wake up all the neighbors and everything before I went to the gym, so I actually just scraped off the windows, and I knew I'd just be on slow city streets this morning. So I just drove it with the snow still on the hood and everything, and knowing that it wouldn't blow off on the highway. But now that means that the heat of the engine has kind of turned into really hard packing snow. So this is not the ideal situation. This is just kind of a demo for you to show you how this would work. And this is a pretty extreme case. As you can see, it's actually getting a lot of the snow off, even though some of it has turned to ice. You really want to just use this for when it's light, powdery snow. It might look like it's pretty violent with throwing all these chunks of ice across your paint, and it is, I'm not going to lie, but it's still better than scrubbing it off the paint. It's basically mimicking the same thing that the wind on the highway is going to do if you just start driving it. So it's not ideal. Yeah, there's a chance that the chunks of snow and ice sliding across the paint can still scratch it, but I mean, we're just trying to minimize damage here as best as we can. And the best way to get the snow off is to just not touch the paint at all. And this leaf blower allows us to do that. And remember, we're not trying to get perfection here. We're just trying to get most of the big snow off so that it's safe to drive and is legal. There you have it, folks. That's my Canadian way of getting snow off my vehicle. I'll catch you on the next one, guys. See ya.